Hello. Hi there. Welcome, everybody. Hi, folks. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Shamini, Meg, Joel, Amini, Jelly. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the session. Rachel, nice to see you. Lad, Zafir, welcome. Crystal, welcome. All right, folks, today's going to be a great session. So we're just waiting for other people to jump in and join. Hey, Vic, good to see you. Meg, I'm pretty good. Ben, the sessions are usually an hour, maybe like hour, 10 minutes. Sometimes they go 1.5 hours. Usually, yeah, the official time is just 1 hour. All right, guys. So let's get going. Welcome to the session. As always, subscribers to my bootcamp, warm welcome. Good evening to most of you. And for the new people, also welcome. So my name is Ash. I'm the founder of Blue Rocket Academy. Thanks, Nigel. I'm the founder of Blue Rocket Academy, and this is one of the instructional sessions for the 20-hour SAT camp, right? So what happens in this boot camp is we have 10 hours of live instruction. Every hour, we cover one topic. So after every few days, we have a session here, and the sessions are recorded, right? The sessions are recorded, so you can watch all of these earlier sessions for people who want to join the bootcamp, right? Right now, we are going to be looking at angles and triangles. Okay, so we're going to look at angles and triangles, right? Now, what happens is, let's say we do a lesson. You're going to watch all my techniques and shortcuts, right? And then we're going to solve some problems with me. That's the main idea, guys. We're going to solve problems together. Okay, we're going to solve these problems together, and you're going to see how active we are on this session, right? On this and we're going to post it in the group chat, right? And then after that, I'll give you some problems. I'll give you some practice drills, right? A lot of material to work on that particular topic. So today's topic is angles and triangles. Very, very important topic, right? All of these over here, right? So we are gonna look at supplementary, vertical, sum of angles, all of these, and these are all of the topics we're gonna cover, right? All of these topics we are gonna cover, right? And after that, so this is a session, right? So we are over here. We are looking at angles and triangles. So we're going to complete this section. Then we're going to go to data. Then very important topic, data, right? And then word problems even more, right? And then we go to arithmetic. So it's a cycle. If you want to join the session next time, right? You can enroll in the boot camp, and then you can just jump in. You get all of these problems as well. Okay. So perfect. So let's get going. Okay. Um, so let's see how we can try this. All right. So to start with, yes, my my Instagram. I haven't updated it in a while, but I'll let you know about it soon. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. Supplementary angles. Okay, thanks, Nigel, for your post. I meant to reply to you, right? I forgot about it, but thank you. I saw your comment on my Instagram. All right, so here it is, right? Supplementary angles, guys. Let's get going. And of course, as always, this session is recorded. The recording is all available for people who have already enrolled in my bootcamp. But if you are new, if this is your trial session, email me and then I'll send you the recorded session. Okay, just email me and you get all the material after this session is over. All right, so let's get going. Super easy. Let's start with supplementary angles. Supplementary angles means that there's a line and this angle follows over here like this, right? And this one, let's say it's 30 degrees. Okay, so what do you think is this angle? Now, remember, this angle, the total sum is 180, right? Well done, Rachel, Vic, Lad, Shamini, Zafir. Jenny, Crystal, Mimi, exactly right. 180 minus 30, super easy, right? Super easy. 180. So remember, this is very important. Okay, supplementary angles. Now the next one is vertical angles, right? Vertical angles. What do you mean by vertical angles? It's this angle over here, like this, and you've got two angles over here, like this. So let's say you've got 50, right? That means this is also 50, right? Of course, you know this angle is 130, right? And then there's 130 over here, right? So you got 130, 130, 50, 50, right? So you've got 180 and 180, okay? So remember, all of these ideas are important, okay? Supplementary and vertical, okay? Now, let's look at the other important part, okay, of angles, which is the sum of angles in a triangle, right? The sum of angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. So let's say you've got 70 here, and let's say you've got, let's say 40 here. So what do you think is this angle here? 70, right? Because 40 plus 70 plus how much is equal to 180, right? It doesn't look like I didn't draw it very well, but excellent. Excellent job, Avni, Jenny, Crystal, Ben, Jenny. Very good. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Okay, so this one is easy, right? Now, what are you gonna do with this? 70 plus 70 plus 40 is good. Now, let's look at an important part of triangles, okay? That important part I'm gonna tell you right now, okay, is if you've got supplementary angles, suppose something like this, okay? Let's say this one is, let's say this one is 30, okay? And this one is, let's say 80. Sorry. This one is 40, and this one is, let's say, 60. Right? So what do you do now? Sorry about that. 60 and 40. Well done. Well done, Joel, C-Mac, Nigel, Ben, Rachel, JLE. Excellent. Excellent. So there's a way to do it. The one way to do it is you can calculate this plus this and first find out what is this angle, right? So first find out that this is 80. So 80, right? So it's going to add up, right? You're going to find this angle over here, right? This is 100. I haven't drawn it very well, right? So this is 100. So this is 80, right? Over here. Because 40 plus 60 plus 80 has to be 180. Remember, the sum of angles in a triangle is 180, right? And now supplementary angles, right? You're gonna get 100 over here, right? So that's the 100 degrees. But the shortcut is that this 100 is actually equal to 40 plus 60, right? Think about it. 40 is equal to, yes, exactly right, Vic. Exterior angle theorem, right? So that's equal to 40 plus 60. Immediately you get the answer, okay? So remember, there's a triangle, and if these are the interior angles, and this guy is kind of like staying on the outside, right? Like a lone wolf over here. This is the exterior angle, and this exterior angle is equal to this guy plus this guy, okay? Super easy, right? So if this were something like, let's say this was, let's say this was 100, right? And this was 30. So you don't even need to calculate this. Immediately, you know this angle is 130. Well done, Shamini. Yes, Meg. Exactly right. Mimi, Rachel, Ben, Jelly, Ritvik, Lad. Excellent job, right? Super easy. Remember, this is an important thing. So exterior angles, okay? Now, one more piece, okay? Let's say you've got this angle over here. Let's say this angle is 120, okay? And this angle is 60, okay? So how much do you think is this angle now? So remember, you need to find this angle, okay? Backtrack, right? This angle is the exterior angle, right? This is the exterior angle. That means you need this one and this one. What is this guy now? Remember, we find out what is 120, right? 120. So you can plug this inside here, you get 60, right? So 60 plus 60, right? 60 plus 60 is 120. Okay, 60 plus 60 is 120. Okay, so well done. Excellent. Guys, so that's how it is. Okay, 60 plus 60 is 120. Well done. Wow, amazing. All right, now let's try another one real quick. Same style, okay? Let's try 130 and 40. How much is this? Super easy, right? Super easy, right? So what you got to do is you move this to be 50 here. I made a mistake. It doesn't really look. Let me actually redraw this, right? It should probably be like this. So that makes more sense, right? 40, 50, and then 90. Nice. So remember, guys, this angle is equal to this plus this. Okay, so be super careful. Yes, yes, Ramani, yes. All right. So all right. Now let's look at another piece. Okay, another piece which I want to do here is, let me just remember what I can do over here. Let's think about this concept of filling in. Okay, filling in the triangles. So let's say you've got a triangle over here, something like this. Usually you'll have two triangles, right? Some two triangles are over here. Remember, this guy is the same as this guy, okay? Vertical angles, okay? So the concept of filling in, yes, not to scale, exactly right. Right. So now let's say you're asked, what is this angle, okay? And you're given that this angle is 70. Okay, and then you're given that this angle is, let's say, 45, and this angle is 70. Let's say this angle, sorry, this angle is 60. Okay, so remember, you need this angle, okay, which means if you have these two angles, you're good. The concept of filling in, it means you just fill in all of the angles over here. Okay, be super careful. All right, don't worry about it. We're going to look at this. Okay, so anytime you have two angles, right? Anytime you have two triangles, what you need to do is you take 60 and 45, right? How much is 60 and 45? 105, right? 60 and 45 is 105. Now, this is 105 over here, which means how much is this angle going to be, right? This is 75. Now, because this is 75, now this is the crucial step. This is going to be 75. Okay, this has got to be 75. Okay, so if this is 75, now 75 plus 70 plus how much is 180. So you see, you're kind of like finishing this, and then you kind of like moving over here now, and it's like almost like a game. You finish this, now you move over here and you solve this problem. Okay. Okay. Hopefully, Jelly, that makes sense to you. Right? So this is 145. Great. 145 plus how much is 180? So that's 35. Okay. Remember, this is an important problem. There are quite a few problems like this. Okay. The problems are stuck like this together. Okay. Another problem could be something like this. Right? All kinds of stuck problems here, which means you're asked, what is this angle? Okay. You're asked, what is this angle? And then you're given this. This is to be, let's say this is 60. Okay. And then you're given, let's say this guy is 40, and this guy is also 40. So remember, solve this first, then find this. Once you find this, you can move over here. Okay, hopefully it's making sense. This is 40 and this is 40. 40 plus 40 plus how much is 180? That's the concept of filling in. Just fill in for SAT, just fill in all of the triangles possible, right? This is the easiest thing to fill in. 40, 40 is 80, and then 100, right? 40 plus 100 is 180. Now you got, so that's why this is 100. So because this is 100, you can easily jump over here and say this is 80. Right now this is 80, and you want to find this. So 80 plus 60 plus how much is 180? One more time, you use the 180-degree angle, right? 80 plus 60 plus how much is 180? That how much is going to be 140. Okay, and that's the answer. Okay, so now to satisfy your curiosity, let's go and actually solve these actual SAT problems, just to show you what the problems are going to look like. All right, let's try first of all with this type of a problem, this problem here. Okay, so remember, you have to fill in the information. Okay, the SAT problems are slightly harder than this, but this was just a precursor, right? So let's try to solve this problem now. Okay, so Mimi, you solved it, and Vic, you solved it before even seeing it. Okay. Well done, Mimi, Vic, Rosie, Shramini, Ben, Lad. So remember, guys, try to find all. There's only supplementary angles and vertical angles and 180 degrees, right? Try to fill in everything that has a supplementary angle. This is 106, right? This is 106. So what could this be? Okay. Try to solve it still, Vic, because otherwise. All right. So this is 74, right? Now use the exterior angle, means consider this triangle here. Remember what we did here, exterior angle, right? Super easy to solve. Okay, this is your exterior angle, which means this guy is equal to just this plus this, which is 74 plus 23 is 97, right? You can solve it so fast. Okay, remember there's like supplementary angles, vertical angles, 180 degrees, and then exterior angles, right? Just these four ideas you need to do. We've covered them so thoroughly now. Jenny, hopefully you can see this, right? So these problems are relatively easy, right? Not so difficult. Okay, let's try another problem. Okay, another problem of the same type. Let's try this one, guys. Okay, and if you have questions, if you have difficulty, let me know. Okay, but try to solve this one now. Remember, RT is equal to TU. Okay, actually, might be a bit difficult to do this. I'm going to give you a hint. If RT is equal to TU, right, this angle and this angle are the same. So for people who've seen my previous, probably the previous one, right, you'll realize, yes, I'm going to explain it right now, okay? So first of all, to solve this problem, for people who are solving it, this is great, but for people who haven't understood this problem, let's think about this idea, okay? If you've got an isosceles triangle, okay, so if these two sides are the same, okay, then these two angles are going to be the same, okay? So let's call them X and X, okay? And let's say this angle over here is 140. Okay, so 140 plus x is equal to 180. Okay, this happens when you're given some extra information here like this. Okay, exactly right. So 140 plus 2x is equal to 180 degrees, right? And so 2x is equal to 40, right? Because I'm just moving the 180 to the other, 140 to the other side. So therefore 2x is 40, x is equal to 20. Hopefully that makes sense, right? 20 and 20. 140 plus 20 plus 20 is 180, right? That's all you need to know over here. Now try to solve. First, try to find out this angle and this angle. So 114 plus how many? Plus x is equal to 180, right? So 2x, I'm adding these. 114 plus 2x is equal to 180. So 2x is equal to 180 minus 114, which is 66, or x is equal to 33, right? So you got this to be 33. Remember, they're asking you this guy, right? They're asking you this guy, which means all that remains is this angle over here, this angle over here, right? Now, how do you find this angle, right? Remember the exterior angle theorem again. Remember, you finished this triangle now. There's nothing really, you've used all of the information here. The one thing that you haven't used is this angle over here, right? This angle over here, right? So first of all, let's try to find out what is this angle, right? So this angle, this exterior angle, right, is going to be equal to this plus this. So let's calculate 114, right? So you have 180 minus 114, right? So 180 minus 114 is how much? Right? That's 66. Right? Exactly right. So this is 66. And so this angle is going to be 31 plus 66. Okay, so that's 97 over here. right? So this guy is 97. Okay, so now you've got 33 plus, right? 33, 33 plus 97. I'm thinking there's an easier way to do this, and I'm going to explain to you right now. Plus how much is equal to 180, right? Is equal to how much is equal to 180. So 33 plus 97. What did I do here? What did I do here? Let me see. There's got to be a shorter way than this. Yes, sorry. I'm going to show you a shorter way than this, okay? That's just too confusing. That's not the way you do it. I think there's a better way, and I just figured out the best way. So think about this angle over here, right? You found out this is 33, right? Much easier way to do it. So this guy is the exterior angle for this particular piece. Let me just show you how it looks like. Okay, sorry about that. I just confused everybody. This one is much easier to do instead of going all the way around, right? I just want to show you this one. This one is 31, this is 33, and this is the exterior angle for this particular angle, right? So it just quickly 31 plus 34, 31 plus 33, 64, right? Much easier to solve it this way. Okay, I was thinking about it and then I messed it. Okay, so perfect. So let me explain to you one more time. If sorry about the confusion, right? Super easy to do it this way. Okay, for people who are looking at this, let's see how we can do this. Okay, first of all, you're going to take this angle, right? You're going to take this angle here, right? Because this guy is equal to this guy. You're going to take 114 plus x, which we already did correctly, is 180, right? So you have 114 plus 2x is 180. 2x is equal to 180 minus 114, right? So that's going to give you 66, right? And so x is equal to 33, right? So you got this angle as 33, right? Now I failed to notice, but this guy actually, right, is going to be for this angle, right? I'm going to color it in a different way and then color it in red. Okay, this angle over here, this red one, right? So you've got this angle and this angle, 31 and 33. And so immediately you can say this angle, exterior angle theorem is 31 plus 33, that's 64. Okay, and so you can solve it this way. Okay, so quite a few ways to solve it. I think you guys, some of you also solved it differently, but that works. So everything works over here. Okay, so let's move on to another type now. Yes, this just came up. Okay, let's try also this part over here. Great, yeah. Other ways, like, yeah, some ways, there's always got to be a way which is easier. And I was like caught in the trap of being the longer way because I was just explaining you something similar. Anyway, so what was I forgot what I was going to explain to you. Yes, this one. Now there could be like this algebra problem inside the geometry problem. Okay, so something like this, x and 2x and 3x. Okay, so find the value of x. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take the x's and just add them. So x plus 2x plus 3x is 180. Okay, so solve this. How do you solve this? You just wrote down this formula, right? Where this guy plus this plus this plus this, right? All of them sum to 180. So x plus 2x plus 3x is 180. Now you group them and sum them like basic algebra, right? So you're going to have 6x is equal to 180. Right? And so x is equal to 180 over 6, which is 30, right? So this is 30, this is 60, this is 120. Of course, I haven't drawn it to scale, but that's how it looks like, okay? Let's try one more problem, okay? Exterior angles are important, as you've seen, right? So let's try this one, okay? Let's say you've got x here, you've got 2x here, maybe let me make it 3x here, and let's say you've got 60 here. Oh, sorry, let's make it 80 here. Okay, so find out this angle now. Find out what is this angle. Superb. Well done, well done, Zafir, Jelly. Wow, these things are moving so fast. I can't even see how many. Okay, Rosie, Rick, Shravani, Zafir, Ben, Jaylee, Lad, Rachel, Jenny. Excellent, excellent. And people who are in the session, right? The first timers, definitely feel free to join it. So how do you do it? How do you do it? Exterior angle theorem, right? This is a right angle. This is a triangle. Sorry, this is your exterior angle. So all you're gonna do is 3x is equal to this plus this, right? So you get x plus 80. Does that make sense, Crystal and Nigel? Right? This is the exterior angle theorem. That's it. So as simple as that. Remember this idea. This is equal to this plus this. Okay. Remember the exterior angle theorem. There's only 4 things you got to remember. Supplementary angles, you know, this guy. Vertical angles, which is this guy, right? This one. Then there's 180 degrees, right? You know, the sum is 180. And then the exterior angle theorem means there's a triangle. There's a triangle. And then this guy is equal to this plus this. Okay, all you're doing is this is equal to this plus this, right? The exterior is equal to these opposite, not this angle. This angle does not feature in it. It's just easier. You can do a lot of things. It's just going to be easier. And then you just solve it. 2x is equal to 80. X is equal to 40. So this is 40. I'm just going to write 40 here, right? And this 3x, so that's 120. Hopefully that ties out, right? 80 plus 40 is 120. And so this is 60, right? So these are 180 degrees, right? 80 plus 40 is 120 plus 60, 180, right? And this is 60 plus 120 is 180 as well. So this ties out, right? Hopefully, Crystal, Nigel, it's clear to you now, right? What we're doing. Now, great. And if you still have questions, watch the video. Okay, now the other one that's important is quadrilaterals, right? So remember, quadrilateral is just 2 triangles. It's just this guy and this guy, right? 2 triangles, which means that the sum of the angles of these 4 angles, right, is actually 360, which means because there's 2 triangles, it's 180 plus 180, okay? That's the simple proof. Because if you cut it this way, this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this is, right? I hope it's clear to you, but for other people, just remember that the sum of all 4 angles in a quadrilateral, no matter how it looks, is always 360 degrees, okay? So now let's try to solve an interesting problem. Let's try to solve 14. I think even before I post it on the whiteboard, somebody should will be posting the answer. That's Lad. All right, Mimi. All right, well done. Well done. Okay, but let's look at this problem real quick over here. Give me 1 second, Shravani as well. Nicely done. Okay, so look at this problem here. Super competitive group I've got. Okay, Joel as well. Wow, great. Zafir, Shravani, excellent. All right, so try to solve this. Remember, the sum of angles in a quadrilateral is 180 degrees. Well done, Rosie, Ben, Vic, Jenny, Jaylee, superb. Shravani, nice. Yes, that's good, That's good, Shravani. That's a nice way to think about it. Okay, so remember all of this, right? So the sum is 360. Don't think it's 180, 360. So x plus x plus x plus 145. Actually, I wouldn't even write this. You should do it in your head. X plus x plus x. That saves you time. 3x plus 45 is 360. Okay, remember it's 360. Okay, be careful. 360. Right? Okay, 360 minus 45. Right? So that's 315. 3x is equal to 315, right? And so x is equal to 105. Okay, so be careful. Yes, well done, Shravani. Vic, excellent. Crystal, great. Ritvik, very good. Zafir, yes. Yes, Zafir, yes. So that's the formula. Okay, that's a formula for 360 degrees. That's excellent, Zafir. Yes. No, Zanor, this is going to be equal to 360. Remember, it's got 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? It's a different one. Okay. There's a formula for, let's say, I'm going to give you the shortcut, like what Zafir is saying, right? We used to do that before, but it's not as important. So let's say there are 5 sides, okay? Let's say there are 5 sides. The formula for these inside pieces, it's not really asked on the SAT as much, is n minus 2 times 180 degrees. Okay, n minus 2 times 180. So what happens here? If you got 5, What do you get? 5 minus 2 times 180, right? That's 3 times 180, which is 540, right? They might ask you some weird stuff, but they really don't ask it as much anymore. But that's the thing that what Zafar was saying, right? Let's say you've got 4, right? So when you apply this, n minus 2 times 180, right? And that's, it's got 4 sides, so 4 minus 2 times 180. 2 times 180, right, is 360. So that works out, okay? All right, Ben, nice to see you. And the recording is always going to be there for you. So talk to you soon, okay? All right, so that's good. Let's move on. So angles is done. Let's do parallel lines real quick. Parallel lines means these two are same. I think you know what it is. Perfect. See ya. All right. So remember parallel lines, and this guy is called the transversal. Now I'm going to show you this whole idea. Okay, and many of you have seen this. There's only 2 angles in this concept of parallel lines. There's this acute angle, and there's these 4 acute angles. Right? Pay attention. There's 4 acute angles. This, and this, and they're all the same. They're all the same. Right? So if this is 60. Then this guy's 60, this guy's 60, and this guy's 60, right? That's it. That's it, as easy as that. And then there's the other guy here, right? I wish that they taught this way in school, right? Then there's this guy, the obtuse angle, and they're all the same, right? So, but you can find out 60, because 60, they're supplementary over here, so it's all 120. Very good. So 120, 120, 120, and boom, you got the answer. You don't have to calculate any interior, whatever they call it, right? I even forgot the name because I don't even use that kind of concept. I just know that there's 4 angles here, and boom, they're all the same. And these 4 angles are the same. There's only 2 types of triangles. One is an acute, one is an obtuse, okay? So with that, let's try to solve a super easy problem here. And I know some of you already have solved it, but I'm not even going to post it because it's so easy to solve. Just look at it, and actually let's put it over here. Okay. Alternate interior. Awesome. Yes. Okay, now be careful about these, right? So sometimes what will happen is maybe they'll give you this angle over here, right? And then they'll say even this is parallel. So now you've got all of these angles together, okay? So you've got all of these, this, not only that, because it can extend now, okay? Now you got these angles, all of these are same. So there's only one acute angle, and then the other guy's an obtuse angle, right? So super, super easy to solve this. You don't have to kind of like think about this too much, okay? Because the problem's coming up in a quick second. All right, try to solve this one. Remember, extremely easy. This is your acute angle. Okay, this is your acute angle, and all these lines are parallel. Okay, that means all the acute angles are the same, and then the obtuse angles are the same. So this is 35, right? Then immediately you can figure out this is the only obtuse angle, which is 145, right? And then this guy's 145. In fact, somebody was just telling me you don't even need to look at that. Just look at it as like, just physically look at it this way. It's an obtuse, so you can just cancel all of these. That's the only one which is obtuse. Okay, that guy is a genius. So anyway, I wouldn't do it that way because sometimes they're not to scale. But this is one quick way to do it, right? All of these are 145, by the way. This guy, this, okay, all of them. But remember, they have to be parallel like this, okay? With that, let's try another problem of this same type. I'm gonna include parallel lines with triangles, okay? This is, yes, yep, we'll do that. Yes, Shravani, we'll do that. We'll do those. Look at this one. Okay, try this one, right? If this is 30, if this is 60, right? What do you think is this angle? Super easy. Careful, careful, guys. Come on now. It can't be anything else other than 60, okay? All right. Nice. Okay, well done, folks. And now the other one, I'm going to draw it over here like this, okay? And let's say this one is, let's say this one is 140. Okay, so this is 60. This is, how much is this now? Okay, I think I sent the recording from Monday's class, but if I haven't, then I'll send this to you. I'll send it to you, Rosie. Yes. So first of all, right, remember this is 140, so this is going to be 40, and so this is one system over here, right? This guy. Remember what I told you? This is 40, so this is 40. Okay, so this is 40, this is 60, and now what do you think is this? 40 plus 60. Okay, I'll send it to you then. I must have forgotten to send it. Okay, so 40 plus 60 is 100, and then 40 plus 60 is 100, and then this is 80, right? So remember, this is 80. Okay, well done, well done. I like the flow of, right? That's how you got to be. Guys, again, this is like a hands-on practice session, right? Unlike any YouTube channel or anything else, we are really practicing. We are looking at each other, and that's building our momentum, right? That's the whole idea of doing these problems, okay? Sorry about that. We are looking at any of these problems and doing these. So let's try, now I've got to, so Rachel, no, the Zoom session changes. The code changes every time. The code changes, and I'll send you, I usually send it in the last hour. Okay. Let's try, where's the problem? I forgot what problem I was going to show you. Okay, 1 second. Let's work on, let's work on this problem. Super easy. Just figure out what you got to do. They're parallel. Okay. Yeah, Vic. The code changes every time, if that's what you're saying. So it's exclusive for people who join me, right? Otherwise, other people will continue to get it for free. Okay. So this guy, and I'm going to solve it with you immediately. This Z is 60 here, right? So I'm just going to write down 60 over here, right? And Y is 20. Because Y is 20, remember what I told you, right? These are parallel lines. So immediately this is 20. Okay, now try to solve and find the value of X. Great, wow, nice, good. Rosie, Jenny, Vic, Mimi, Jaylee, Lad, Shabni, Avni, Rachel, Simank. Okay, so this is 80, right? So 20 plus 60 plus how much, right, is 180, right? So this is 80, so therefore this has to be 100. Yes, exactly right. Yes, this one, yes, faithfulness, yes, this one, yes, faith. This will be 60 as well. This will be 20, this will be 20, this will be 60. Yes. So you can also kind of like think about this bigger triangle as well. So well done. So guys, this is it, right? Not as complicated once you understand these 4 ideas. I'm glad you've, like many of us are able to solve this one. You solved this. Let's look at some of the other concepts now real quick. Before that, for people who are, for whom this is the first time, this is a 20-hour SAT bootcamp, right? We are right now over here, we are covering geometry parts, right? Angles and triangles. The next time it's going to be circles, trig, and volumes. Okay, circles, trigonometry, and volumes. And then after that, we're going to do data, then word problems, then maybe a bonus session, bonus class, etc., percents, ratios, and we keep going on. Okay, so the sessions are 3 times a week: Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 3 times a week, and then there's many times there's a session on Sundays, right at 2 o'clock. So the sessions are usually on weekdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay, and the whole session, the whole entire boot camp, everything is $95. Okay, it used to be much higher, 95. Now it's probably going to increase higher because I'm getting too many demand is increased. So again, okay, so people who are over here, okay, so this is the link, right? If you want to join, you can click on this, right? Once you click on this, you can come over here. Yeah, 1 second, guys, I'll answer it. Let me just finish this. So once you click on this, you come over here, and then you can, right, once you click on this over here, you can enter your information, and then you can join the session, right? $95. Once again, you'll get the cheat sheet. You'll get all of these angles, triangles, problems. There's tons of problems. There's linear equations. Okay, I've selected so many problems for everybody. It's gonna, I mean, you're gonna have the exact number of problems that you need to solve. Okay. So what do you want to, what should you focus, right? Let's talk about this. What should you focus for the next 2 days for the SAT, right? So the first thing you should focus, Amini, is you should go to the practice drills, and I think you've solved all of them, right? You've of course got the cheat sheet. So go through the cheat sheet, right? Don't try to learn anything new anymore, okay? Whatever you know, the other pieces, you can just ignore them, okay? Whatever you know, just watch this, okay? And then you've got this super drills, okay? So try to solve every single one of these, okay? At least once, right? Should take you, there's not many of them. It should take you like 30 to 40 minutes to solve all of these, okay? Until here. We've got all of these practice drills. Don't even need to solve it. You just click on it, like something like this, right? Go to this IXL, right? Just look at it. Okay, so I know how to solve it, and then move on, right? Right. So you're gonna look at this, right, and you're gonna solve it. Just try to think about it, what it is, and then you're done with it. Then after that, what you need to do is, there's another thing that you can do. Don't try to solve any practice test. Don't try to take any practice test. The other thing you can do is you can try some of these problems as well. Just trying to see where these problems are. Yes, go through the topics that you have difficulty with, right? There are 10 most important topics. So percents, exponents, rates, ratios, etc., right? And I've given everybody this sheet, SAT 20. Yeah, you can do the practice test. You might just get exhausted. Yeah, if you have time now, let's say your test is on Saturday, don't take the practice test on Friday. You're going to be so tired. Okay, don't take the test on Friday. Okay, if you want to take the test, take it on Thursday. You're not going to learn anything new in the last like 2 days now by taking the practice test. Okay, in fact, if you get a great score, that's great. If you get a poor score, you're just going to lose your confidence. So whatever you know now, you know it. Right, just most important thing you need to do is sleep well. Okay, you need to sleep at like 10 o'clock or even earlier than that. Okay, exactly right. Don't be mentally exhausted. Don't take any practice tests in the last 2 days. And remind me, there's a review session recording which we did last week. Okay, we did last month. So I'm going to send this to you. I'm going to send this to the people who, I'm only going to send this to people whose test is on this Saturday. So please email me. I don't want to send it to everybody. I'm just going to send this. So whoever's test is there, just email me after the session. I'm going to send you a video we did on August 29th, I think August 28th or something, right? I'm going to send you that recording. So watch that one. Okay. But that's not the only thing you got to do, Anthony. Hopefully I answered your question. Joel, email me as well. Okay. Yes. So email me. I know all of you are private messaging me now. Okay. So work on this for people. So usually what I say is if your test is within 1 month, if your test is within like 2 weeks, right? You should take a test every twice a week. If your test is within 1 month, right? 1 month, then you should take it once a week at least, this practice test. And if your test is within like maybe 2 months or so, maybe like every twice or something, right? So hopefully you want to work on this. Who's asking what else? Yeah, now like the last 2 days, you just need to be relaxed and build your confidence. That's all, right? Like there's not much you can do now memorizing the new ideas, okay? Rosie, I'm going to do that stuff. I know I've told you I'll cover that, those Venn diagrams, but maybe in a few, yeah, those are not as important. Those are just for awareness, but I'll cover them. It's just two-way tables concept, okay? Um, what else? What about the worksheets you gave us? So for people whose test is just day after tomorrow, I think Shravani, I don't know when your test is. It's probably much later. For someone like you, Shravani, you should practice the super drills, and then you should practice these problems. Okay, and then don't forget, for people who have time, okay, you need to absolutely work on this. You need to improve your speed massively for people who have time. This is not for people who have tests in 2 days, okay? This is for people who have at least like 2 weeks remaining. You need to speed up, okay? I've given this to you, right? This is so important. And I've told you, like, some of you are doing it like 2 or 3 or 4 times, 4 at once or something, right? That's amazing, very impressive, okay? Okay, so remember, this is super important. Yes, we're gonna cover how to read problems, word problems quickly during the test. Is yeah, it's just about reading, right? You need to look at the keywords, etc. Okay, you just need to look at the keywords. Shravani, like, the keywords are right over here. You can look at my cheat sheet as well, right? The keywords are inside, like discriminant, radian, all of these words you need to know. But the word problems, you just need to practice them, right? Linear equations, remember the word problems, you should be able to identify the word problems, right? You should be able to identify which section is it. Is it talking about percents? If it's talking about percents, there's really not much they can ask, right? There's only 3 or 4 formulas in percents. If they're talking about ratios, there's only 2 formulas. Rates, there's only 1 formula. Linear equations, there's only 4 types. As soon as you look at the word problem, you should be able to figure out, oh, this word problem is from linear equations, right? That's where this word problem sheet comes in. That's where the word problem session comes in. We talk about the various types of word problems that are asked on the test, right? And for the subscribers, I've already sent you this past word problem sheet. Okay, it's got all the various types of word problems. It's got the linear equations. Well, as soon as you see this problem, you should be able to identify it. Don't read through the whole problem, right? Anyway, rates, ratios, etc. Tons and tons of problems. Okay, so let's come back. Yes, I will do that, Rosie. Let's focus on angles and triangles, right? Because for the new people, we've got to cover this as well, right? They need at least the basics here. So let's look at yes, yeah. Remind me, Rosie. I'll probably cover the session in sometime in the next few weeks. Okay, let's now look at one piece here, which is isosceles triangles. Okay, and isosceles triangles. So remember, guys, isosceles triangles, we already did it. If these two are same, then the angles are same, okay? So let's say this is 40. Then how do you do? This is x and x, right? So 2x plus 40 is 180. Super easy. 2x is 140, x is 70. And then you should be able to solve this problem. The other way, okay, is when you're given the angles are same. Angles are same, both are same. This means the sides are same as well, okay? So if this is 40, then this is gonna be 40 as well, okay? That's all about isosceles triangles. Then there's equilateral triangles, right? Equilateral triangles means all of these are 60, 60, 60, and the sides are all the same, right? Now remember, the specialty of equilateral triangles, folks, is that when you cut it, you get a 30, 60, 90. Right? Which means if this is 60, this is 60, right? Clearly, if you cut it, this is 90, then this is 30 over here, and this is 30, right? So this becomes a 30, 60, 90, you just cut it into half, okay? Not much is asked about the equilateral triangle. Sometimes it's asked. There are some formulas you will need, but the most important thing in an equilateral triangle, if you cut it, into half, it becomes a 30, 60, 90. Okay, and we're going to talk about the 30, 60, 90 right now. Okay, so the 30, 60, 90, guys, is this way. Before the 30, 60, 90, though I want to talk about the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, so the Pythagorean theorem is A, B, and C, right? So C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. Super easy. Now, let's try one super easy example. What if this is 6 and 8? What do you think is this? And many of you know it already, right? C squared is equal to, and you can know it from memory as well, C 6 squared plus 8 squared, right? 6 squared is 36. 8 squared is 64. Right? And that's C squared. Okay, 36 plus 64 is 100, right? And so C is equal to 10. So this is 10. Super easy Pythagorean theorem. Exactly right. Okay. Yes, Jenny, we're going to come to that. We're just going to come to that immediately after this. Okay, so 6, right? So over here, you've got this piece, right? So this is super easy. This is just Pythagorean theorem. It works for anything, okay? So let's say you have, another triangle over here, right? Let's say this is 4 and this is 7. Then what is this? So what you're going to do is 4 squared plus b squared is equal to 7 squared, and then find the value of b. Okay, it's not going to be a perfect one, so you're going to do 16 plus b squared is 49, right? So b squared is equal to, bring the 16 to the other side, subtract it, so you get 33, right? And so b is equal to radical 33. Okay, so this is radical 33 over here. Could be a weird number, that's fine. Okay, remember it's radical. Don't forget the square root sign. B squared is 33. The square root of b is the square root of this, right? Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so this part is good. I think most of you understood it. Now let's try to solve a problem over here of this type where you've got 30, 60, 90, okay? Remember 30, 60, 90 is super, super important, okay? So if you got, I'm gonna look at it this way, 2x, x, and radical 3x. Okay, remember this is easy to remember. This is 60 and this is 30. Okay, what does this mean? If this guy is, if x is equal to 2, right? Then this, maybe x is equal to 5, okay? Then what is this side? This side is going to be 2 times 5. And this side is going to be 5 rad 3. Okay, so remember there's a 5 common here. And then just this guy's 2 times this and this guy's rad 3 times this. Okay, very important thing to remember. Okay, now not only that, this is a 30, 60, 90. Remember this is 60, this is 30. Okay, so now what if you have an equilateral triangle? Right, it's just a mirror image, right? You close the other, you open the other side, it becomes an equilateral triangle. This whole triangle became equilateral triangle because this is 60, this is 60, this was 30, this is 30, so this is 60 as well. Yes, we're going to cover that next lab. Okay, so now can someone tell me what is the height of this height? Remember we already did 5 rad 3, right? So the height is 5 rad 3, and then the base is equal to 5. Yes. So the area is going to be equal to half base times height. That's a hard problem. That's rarely asked. Okay, the base is going to be, yes, the base is, thank you. The base is actually 10 over here, right? So the base is 10, my bad. Okay, so remember the base is 10 over here, right? And the height is 5 rad 3, right? We are talking about this equilateral triangle over here. So area is equal to half base times height, right? This is a hard problem. You don't need to worry about it, but something for those people who need this extra information. But the most important piece is this one you need to remember really importantly, okay? You need to remember this one. Okay, so let's try again. The hypotenuse is always twice of one of the sides, okay? So let's say if this is 7, then what is this guy and what is this guy? Okay, so it's 14, right? This guy's 14, right? And then comma, this guy is 7 rad 3, okay? As easy as that, okay? Excellent, excellent, okay? So remember that one. Okay, well done. And then the other one, folks, is gonna be 45, 45, 90. I'm gonna move now. So Zunor, you need to watch the video again, okay? I don't know where you were. You came back. Okay. Email me again if you have difficulty, but yeah, you need to watch the video again. Okay. Yes, the formulas are actually given to you. Some of the formulas are given to you at the start of the problem, but I think you should just memorize them. Much easier than like looking at it. As soon as you see a radical 3, you should think, oh, it's a 30, 60, 90, right? That's something I tell people. As soon as you see a radical 3 in a problem, you should be like, I'm suspicious. This is a 30, 60, 90, okay? Right, like you should be like Sherlock Holmes or something. Okay, now remember, the other one is 45, 45, 90. This is 45, and this is 45, okay? Let me see, I'm gonna mute people here. Okay, so 45, 45, 90, right? So 45, 45, 90, guys, is an important property as well, right? Okay. Sorry, 1 second. 45, 45, 90, folks. 45, 45, 90, what you need to do here is, let's say you've got 4 here, 4 here, right? Both are same, right? This is isosceles, right? This time, this is the same. Why? Because these angles are same. These angles are same. That means these sides are same. And if these sides are same, remember this guy, this hypotenuse is 4 rad 2, okay? Yes, the hypotenuse is the 4 rad 2, 1. Okay, well done. Yeah, well done, Beck, Jenny, Germany, lad. Okay, so 4, 4, and 4 rad 2, right? So remember, this is super important for you to solve the problems. I'm just giving you the basics over here, okay? So if this is, let's say somebody tells you this is 12 rad 2, and this is 45, 45, 90, right? You should be able to do the reverse as well. Okay, this is 12 rad 2, and this is 45, 45. Then this guy is 12, and this is 12. Okay, just memorize these ideas. Okay, super important for you to understand. How do you tell the difference? What do you mean, how do you tell the difference? Is one is a 30, 40, 60, 90. So one is going to be 2 times 2 and 2 rad 3. Yeah, you wouldn't even use the Pythagorean. You just have to just memorize these. It's much easier. It saves you time. And then the other one is a 45, 45, 90, which is like a 45, 45, 90. Don't look at it visually, okay? Don't look at it visually. Try to remember these formulas. And then this one is 6 and 6 and then 6 rad 2. Yes, they do give them to you at the start. They do give them to you at the start, but kind of like you need to have it in your head. It's much easier. I wouldn't recommend you looking at the sheet, going back and trying to look at it, right? But yes, I think it's much easier if you understand it, because sometimes you wouldn't even know it's a 30, 60, 90, right? And then you'll have to solve it. Let's look at a problem here, for instance. Problems coming up. Okay, let's try to solve this problem, folks, okay? And they haven't really explicitly told you it's a 30, 60, 90, right? But if you're well acquainted with these formulas, right, you should be like, oh, I know what a 30, 60, 90 is. They're not gonna tell you, oh, this is a 30, 60, 90, now go and apply it. Okay, it's gonna be something like this. And literally it's told to you over here, right? It's given to you, one is 30 and one is 60. Okay, so be careful and try to solve this. Remember, this is 90, this is 60, so this has to be 30. Okay, now you're told that this is 30, 60, 90, right? This is 12 here. Okay, if this is 12, right? Super easy. This is 6. And I already told you, like a 30, 60, 90, when you have a mirror image of it, even that's a 30, 60, 90, right? Because this is 90, this is 30, this is 60, right? So these are very symmetric. And so This guy's also 6 over here. So it's a symmetric. Many times you'll have like symmetric 30, 60, 90s. This guy and this guy right over here. Okay. Okay. So be careful. Okay. Be super careful. Okay. What is the length of 80? This is right. So hopefully this makes sense to you. If this one is difficult, email me, because sometimes people have difficulty understanding this. Okay, once again, I've told you an equilateral triangle, 30, 30, 60, 60, 60. When you cut it into two parts, it becomes a 30, 60, 90. Okay, not many people realize this, but it's super easy to remember it this way. Okay, let's see what else we can do with the 30, 60, 90 if we have anything. Otherwise, we're going to move to the last one, which is similarity of triangles. Okay. Okay, similarity of triangles. Okay, once again, guys, this is a 20-hour boot camp for the people who are new in the session, right? Right. It's a cycle, so you can join in anytime you want, right? You can join in anytime you want for a one-time fee of $95, right? Most of the people here, like who are answering it, right? They're part of this boot camp for for weeks now. Okay, you should remember what we cover all of these topics here, right? We cover percents. This is arithmetic over here, right? This is arithmetic, algebra, geometry, data, and word problems. And all of this. In addition to this, we also have test taking. Okay, test taking sessions. I think when did we do the last test? We did it on like this weekend, right? So we have tons of test taking practice where we solve these tests together. Plus we have once in a while we have reading sessions. Okay, we also have reading. And I'm also, do you guys want to have like a grammar session? I think I'm going to just record it. I don't know if you guys want to have a grammar session. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna record it. Maybe just remind me. I'm gonna record it and then send it to you. I actually had recordings of it, and somehow they got like, it just got corrupted in some way. Okay, not before October 3rd, guys. Maybe before November 3rd. Okay. So I'll do a grammar kind of session. Okay, but so that's what we do, right? We've got 10 hours of instructions, 10 hours of practice. Then on top of this, we've got test taking. We've got some complementary sessions like reading and writing, right? A lot of this stuff. And then don't forget this piece. Okay, guys, this for people who are no, today's session, we still have one more topic remaining, Crystal. Okay, great. So we'll do a grammar session. Remember, guys, this is so important. This is like ultimately important. I know some of you are loving this, right? But others, I know, I haven't even touched this. I don't know why. This is like amazing stuff. This stuff was already, I was giving this to people who are part of my, I was giving this to people who are part of my one-on-one sessions, right? So take a snap of it, right, and do it. That's the whole idea. You need to memorize this, Mimi, right? you need to memorize this. Like as soon as you read it, you need to do it, and that's what's going to help you, right? So remember, if you save like 15 seconds on every problem or 20 seconds on every problem, you memorize some of the things, right? You will save 15 minutes on the test, and these 15 minutes you can use for some other problems. Your score's just going to just skyrocket. Okay, your score is just gonna super skyrocket. Okay, so Meg, you're asking how can you schedule one-on-one sessions? You can just email me, and then we can arrange for them. Okay, um, that's true. I mean, yes, that's the accuracy versus speed kind of dilemma, right? Yes, you need to be accurate, but you need to have speed as well. But I'll tell you what, during the SAT test, you don't need to be as fast. This is like a little bit of an overkill. But during the SAT, the most important thing is your eyes will start matching it, right? Your eyes will start matching what's going on. Okay. Okay, so for one-on-one sessions, guys, this that's ridiculous. Like I'll just email me and I'll tell you. But if people just want one session, is $95 per hour. Okay, I'm in New York City, so that's like, I don't even want to sell that session right now. Just email me. I can give you a discount if you do a package deal. But I think what you should be doing is at least work on the stuff that I've given you. Okay, so email me if you need anything. I don't want to take anybody else's time. Let's do similarity. Okay, similar triangles. Similar triangles is kind of like you've got this big triangle and then you got this small baby triangle, right? Let's say you're told that these are similar. So what's the deal with similar triangles? There's two properties of similar triangles. Okay, there's, yeah, Meg, let's talk about it. Yes, you're right. Yes, exactly right. So that's totally different. Those prices are similar, but that's totally different. But you'll get a discount. Just email me if you want it. Right, we can talk about it. Okay. So angles, this angle is same as this side is same as this angle is same as this, and this angle over here, I'm going to call it like a star, is same as this. Okay, this is this and this and this. Okay, so all of these are similar. Okay, the angles are similar, and most importantly the sides. So let's say this side and this side, right, and they're in a ratio. So let's say this one, let's say this is 10, and let's say this is 5, right, and then they're in a ratio, right, which means this guy is twice this guy. Okay, let's say this is 12 and this is going to be 6. Super easy. This, insofar as I'm showing you over here, if this is 11, right, this is going to be 5.5, right, double, right? Okay, it's just going to be done, Joel. We're pretty much done with this. Okay, so let's try to solve a problem, folks. Let's look at, yeah, the session is going to be done in 5 minutes now. Okay, so let's say you've got 24, 21, okay, and let's say you've got 14 here. So what do you think is this? So remember, this over, let's say you call this x, okay, for people who are solving it, right? We'll do it together. You'll have 14 over 21, okay? So 14 over 21. This guy over this guy, okay, is equal to this over this, which means x over 24. And then you just cross multiply. Super easy, right? You can cross multiply whatever you want to do, right? Easiest to cross multiply. So move this to the other side. So x is equal to 14 over 21 times 24. Now don't go trying to multiply this guy, okay? Now if you don't know how to multiply fractions, guys, even if you're in a trial session, you should be knowing this, okay? And email me, I'll give you some drills to work on it, okay? So 7 times 2, 14, 7 times 3 is 21, okay? 7 times 3 is 21. Okay, and then you can cover 3 times 1 is 3 and 3 times 8 is 24. If you're having difficulty with this, you should definitely get in touch with me and I'll give you some good practice problems. Okay, and then x is equal to 16. Okay, remember this ratio, this guy over this guy is equal to this over this, and then you should be able to solve the problems. Okay. These problems are mostly like geometry problems. I would say there's a very, very good chance they're on the calculator section. Yes, ma'am. Yes, they're usually in the calculator section. Very, very rarely I've seen something on the non-calculator section. Okay, now with that, this is probably going to be the one of the last problems, and then we'll look at an actual SAT problem. Okay, but let's think about this baby problem over here. Okay, this this baby triangle over here, right? This baby triangle over here, guys, is gonna be moved inside here. Okay, it's going to be moved inside over here like this. So it looks like this. Okay, so now let's say if this is 4, okay, and this guy is 3, okay, and this is given to be 9, then how much do you think is this? So what you do is you think about this as you break these two triangles. You easily, for people who can visualize, good for you. But for people for whom this is new, you're gonna look at this triangle, right? The bigger one, you have 9 and you don't know what this is, right? So you call it X. And then look at the smaller triangle, just move it to the side over here, right? Just draw it to the side. Very standard way to do it, right? 3 and 4. Now, all you got to do is the ratio. So you take the X always on the top. The X is always going to be on the top. So X over 4, because this guy over this guy is equal to 9 over 3. Okay, I'll squeeze it a little bit for you, Zinor. Make it like, sorry. What happened here? Okay, sorry. Okay, so that ratio remains the same, right? That ratio is going to remain the same now. Okay, so x over 4 is going to be equal to 9 over 9 over 3, right? And then you know how to solve it, right? X over 4, so x is equal to 9 over 3 times 4. Remember, this is the easiest way, and then cancel 3 times 1 is 3 times 3, and so this is 12. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what was going on over there. All right, so this one, yeah. Uh, so okay, so this one is good, right? So remember, all of these ideas are important. Now let's try to wrap this up with the last SAT style question. Okay, super easy. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, so what happens when they tell you these two triangles, right? They're not even going to tell you these are similar. What they're going to tell you is this side, let's say it's called ABCDE. They're going to tell you that BC, this line, is parallel to this line. And immediately the light bulb should go on and say, oh yeah, that means, I remember what Ash told me. This means that this triangle and this triangle are similar. Okay, remember, this is the baby triangle, this is the bigger one. Okay, and the baby triangle is always at the top. Okay, or at one of these sides over here. It could also be some triangle like this. Okay, and this is a baby triangle now, and this is the bigger one. Okay, so let's try to solve this problem now. I'm going to bring it to the whiteboard. Let's solve this last problem and be done with angles and triangles. Okay. So remember, you're already told that this is parallel to this, which means you just need to draw these two triangles. This one and this one. Okay, be super careful, folks. What's going on? You asked what is the length of what is length CE, which is this length. So one thing I can tell you is, if you've got 6 and 8, first maybe you want to try to find out what is this. Much easier. Okay, if you got 6 and 8, first try to find out what this is. This is a right angle triangle over here right away. So CD is 10. That's the hint I'm giving you right now. CD is 10. Because 6 squared plus 8 squared is 10 squared. Okay, and if you have difficulty understanding it, I know for people for whom this is the first session, right, this could be a little bit too much, or people who have just joined my bootcamp, but this CD is 10. Now try to solve the problem. Okay, so what are you going to do? You've got 10 here, right? And what else you've got here? You got 6 here, and you've got 18 here, and you've got X here, right? So remember, always put the X at the start. Okay, much easier to think about it this way. So X, this over this, right? X over 10 is equal to, always from the same angle, right? 18 over 6. 18 over 6, okay? Now all you got to do is solve it. So this 10 will come over here. So 18 over 6, 6 times 1, and 6 times 3. So 3 times 10 is 30. And so that's your answer, okay? Extremely easy stuff once you realize what you got to do, okay? Remember all of these problems I've told you, right? I've picked them from the past SAT practice tests, and some of them are from publicly available QS tests. Okay, so we've solved quite a few of these problems. Okay, remember there's this one problem which some of you solved last time. Yes, Jenny. Well done. Yes, Jenny. Excellent. That's true. Right. So we solved quite a few of these problems, and the remaining are inside. Remember, guys, this problem is super easy here, right? Like all of these problems here, they are also going to be similar triangles. So I'm giving you the hint here. These problems are extremely easy to solve with the methods I've told you. Try this problem. I think some of you tried. We did this problem the last time we covered this, for some people who remember this, right? So every session we keep changing the problem. This is a nice problem, right? Work on this. So next time when we meet, when we catch up, right, which is going to be on Friday, we're going to do, because most people, right, like I'm just going to give you, we're just going to work this circles, trig, and volumes. Extremely important. Another super crazy session, right? All the properties of circles are going to be told to you, how to work on circles, perimeter, all this coordinate geometry stuff. Then we're going to go into trig. Okay, then we're going to go, trig is not as extensively asked, but we're going to do volumes and areas as well. Okay, so that's happening on Friday at 8:30. Okay, so once again, folks, people who want to join, right, email me. I'll send you this brochure, right, and a short, like a quick formula sheet as well for you. Remember, we are over here now. Okay, so we are covering geometry. Then after that, we're going to cover data. Then we're going to cover word problems. And you get, or if you join the bootcamp, you get the previous videos, right? You don't have to. You don't have to watch all. You don't have to attend all of the sessions at once. You attend some sessions, the remaining, I know you're busy, so I give you the recordings anyway. You watch them at your convenience, but you join at least like once or twice a week, right? The remaining times, yes, we're done. Yes, there are some problems, like I'll talk about it, Jenny, next time, like which volume formulas you need to memorize and which formulas you don't need to, you just need to ignore, okay? But yeah, this is it, guys. So great, perfect. Thanks, Jelly. Yes. So so you're welcome, guys, right? So if I don't see you on Friday, for people who are having the test, right, wish you the best. The next session, Friday session, will be like the same, like 70 75-ish minutes, right? And remember, you're going to get the recordings. For people who definitely my subscribers, I'm going to send you today's recording. I forgot to send you Monday's. I think I'll send you Monday's recording. And for people who want to join, remember, you don't have to join you don't have to attend every class, and I'm going to give you the previous sessions, maybe 5 sessions recordings, so you can start studying immediately. Okay, you don't have to wait for anything. You're going to get all of the sessions, and in like 2 or 3 weeks you should be pretty much like well acquainted with this. Then you're ready to solve these problems. Okay, these are massively important. I've selected these problems, and all the numbers keep changing, so they're not the same problem every time. This problem keeps changing, so it keeps you on your toes. There's tons and tons of problems inside here. Okay, so I know some of you are loving this, and some of you haven't even touched it, and I'm talking to my subscribers here. Okay, so Lukman, the session for Friday is going to be like 70 minutes. Okay, so with that, I'll close the session. Guys, if you have any questions, I'm going to be here for maybe 2 minutes. But otherwise, we are going to chat on Friday. Okay, so have a good night, and I'll see you soon. Bye.